Are you a podcaster? Maybe you've got that big idea and you're looking for a network to join. The multi-award-winning Ozcast Network can get your content to eyes and ears all over the world. Join now for the first month free, and you could be featuring this sound at the beginning of your podcast. Ozcast. Simply head to ozcastnetwork.com for details.
Okay, so today we're going deep on something pretty interesting, actually.
Yeah.
I came across this article, and it really made me think.
Okay.
It's from the Indian Express, and it's really recent, actually.
Oh, wow.
Like March 8th, 2025.
Huh.
So fresh off the press.
Wow.
And the title is like, whoa.
Okay.
It's Court, Word, Pakistan.
Yeah.
Skillfully woven by Kapil Mishra to spew hatred, garner votes.
Oh, wow. That's,
It really got me thinking about how much power simple words can have, you know,
Oh, absolutely.
especially in politics.
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, this case is a perfect example of how words can be used almost like weapons, in a political fight.
Totally. So we're looking at Kapil Mishra,
Right. Yeah.
a big player in the BJP,
Yeah.
and currently Delhi's law and justice minister.
Right.
But he's in a bit of a tricky situation because of some of the things he said during the 2020 Delhi elections.
Yeah. Right. Yeah.
So that's where the Representation of the People Act comes in.
The RPA.
Yeah, exactly, the
That's right.
RPA.
It's all about keeping elections fair and ethical. You know,
Right.
like you can't just say whatever you want to get elected,
Yeah.
especially if it's going to incite hatred or cause division based on things like religion or caste or language.
That makes sense.
Yeah.
So this article is about,
Well, Mishra was actually charged back in November of 2023
oh, wow.
for violating the RPA, and this article is about his appeal against those charges.
Oh, okay.
So it's the court really looking into whether his words went too far.
Right?
You know, like were they just passionate campaign talk or something more serious?
I see. So what did he actually say?
Well,
The article quotes some pretty intense phrases.
oh yeah, like mini Pakistans in Delhi,
Whoa.
and Pakistan has entered Shaheen Bagh.
Yeah, those are some really strong words.
Very loaded terms, especially when you think about the whole history between India and Pakistan.
For sure.
And that's what makes this case so fascinating, you know?
Okay.
He doesn't actually name any specific religious group, but it's pretty clear who he's talking about, right?
I mean, yeah.
It's what we call dog whistle politics.
Dog whistle politics.
Yeah.
I've heard of it.
It's like using a secret code,
Yeah.
you know, words that sound innocent enough, but
Right.
they have a very specific meaning
Okay.
for a certain group of people.
It's
It's a way to exploit existing prejudices without actually saying anything outright hateful.
wow, that's kind of scary.
It can be pretty insidious.
So how does this whole connect to Mishra's case then?
So the judge was very clear in their opinion.
Okay.
The article quotes the judge's order as saying that the word Pakistan was skillfully woven
Okay.
to spew hatred and garner votes.
Wow. So the court is saying that he was intentionally using these words to like rile people up and get votes.
Yeah, even though he didn't directly say vote against this group, it was heavily implied,
Yeah.
and that's why his appeal was dismissed.
Okay.
The court said it amounted to inciting religious enmity,
Yeah. Which is
a violation of the RPA.
right.
Right.
That's really interesting because his lawyer tried to argue that he was just mentioning a country,
Right. Yeah,
not any specific religious community.
exactly. But that defense didn't fly in court.
It didn't.
No,
Wow.
because the judge was like, come on. The
Hmm.
meaning was obvious. It's
Yeah.
like saying there are a lot of rats in this neighborhood.
Right.
When you're really talking about a specific group of people,
Yeah.
the court basically said you can't just hide behind the literal meaning of words when everyone knows what you're really trying to say.
Okay, so this feels bigger than just this one case.
Oh, absolutely.
Like this kind of language is everywhere.
It's a real challenge for democracies
Yeah,
because you want to protect free speech,
of course.
but at the same time, you have to prevent harm
Right.
and make sure elections are fair.
It's a tough balance to find.
Very difficult.
It's like we need to be able to spot these dog whistles.
You need to be a critical listener.
Yeah.
And don't just take words at face value,
Okay.
especially when they're coming from politicians or people in positions of power.
Yeah, that's good advice.
Ask yourself some questions.
Okay.
Like, who are they really trying to reach?
Uh-huh.
What emotions are they trying to stir up?
Right.
What do they want to achieve with their words?
Yeah.
Those questions can help you see past the surface and understand the real message.
So we all need to become like language detectives.
Exactly.
This has been so interesting. It really makes you think about how powerful words are and how we need to be careful not to be manipulated by them.
Absolutely. Words have power.
They really do.
And this case is a great reminder that we need to be critical of the language we hear, especially in politics.
Totally. Well, this has been fascinating.
It has.
Thanks for joining me today.
You're welcome.
I'll see you next time.
Sounds good.
Bye.
Are you a podcaster? Maybe you've got that big idea and you're looking for a network to join. The multi-award-winning Ozcast network can get your content to eyes and ears all over the world. Join now for the first month free, and you could be featuring this sound at the beginning of your podcast.
Ozcast.
Simply head to ozcastnetwork.com for details.